talk about the last episode of 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. First, starting off with Darcey and Georgi. So, Darcey's supposed to be going to Bulgaria any day now to meet Georgi's family for the first time, and she really wants to put on a good first impression. Before she leaves, she needs to get all her beauty touch-ups done. Like, she needs to go get her eyebrows done, her nails done, the whole nine before she leaves. So she decides to get her eyelashes done, and she was almost questioning if she should just not get her lashes done altogether and just get everything removed from her lashes, which I thought would have been a great idea. You can't go wrong with that, but I think Darcey's somewhat insecure because she's been getting her eyelashes done for so long that her natural lashes are almost down to nothing. So she's like, no, I kind of feel like, you know, like those naked cats that don't have fur. That's kind of how she felt in that moment. She's like, I gotta have something. So the person doing her lashes was like, okay, so you normally get like between a 15 and a 17. We can take it down to a 10, or we can do 12s. And she's like, let's do 12, which is like the highest option available. And I guess typically she'll have like 15 at the end of her lashes and have like the longer lashes on the end for like a cat eye look. And she just wants to go to 12, which really isn't that big of a difference, but she thinks it's gonna make all of the world of a difference when it comes to Georgi's parents. Even TLC was trolling the hell out of her when they posted normal Darcey and toned down Darcey. I mean, Darcey should know how to somewhat tone it down. I mean, I sure hope she's not going to like her children's school events. I'm pretty sure her kids are all out of high school now, but I would hope she wouldn't be showing up to like school events and stuff like that with all her cleavage out. So she goes back home and she walks inside their apartment and she's showing Georgi what she plans to wear in Bulgaria. And he's like, are you freaking kidding me? Your freaking titties are all out. And she's like, yeah, that's why I'm going to bring this big fluffy coat and cover it all up. Is it even cold in Bulgaria right now when she plans to go there with all these freaking long-ass coats? And I feel bad for Georgi because I'm sure she plans on bringing like 7-8 suitcases just for herself alone, as she plans on bringing as much stuff as she was showing off. And she's like, yeah, so I got the coat to cover it up, and then I got the toned down eyelashes. And he's like, what about eyelashes? She's like, what, you can't tell the difference? And he's like, no, what are you talking about? Darcey said, you know, usually they're extra curly on the ends and they look like spider legs, but I toned it down this time for your parents. And Georgi's like, I cannot tell, and I really hope that those shorter eyelashes can help you see exactly how crazy you look and how inappropriate that is for my parents to have your boobs out like that. And here's what I'm confused about. Okay, like, yeah, the parents are gonna meet Darcey, and yes, Georgi knew who he was marrying when he married Darcey, knew that she dressed like that. But what I'm confused about is I feel like the parents have likely watched Darcey and Georgi on the show. Like, I don't believe that they've never got curious and decided to turn on 90 Day Fiancé or Darcey and Stacey when they had their own show to see their son. So I'm sure they've seen how Darcey dresses on national television, so it's not going to be no surprise to them. But even then, if they know how she dresses, it's still inappropriate for her to show up and go over to Bulgaria, which is a more modest country, dressing like that. And he's like, they're all gonna think you're a freaking hooker and I'm gonna be freaking embarrassed. And he's just annoyed because he shouldn't have to explain at Darcey's big age how to dress. It's just so frustrating for him how clueless she's acting and how he has more sense than her. One thing I can't stand is when someone asks me a dumbass question, and Darcey really would have looked me in the face wearing this top asking me, is this appropriate for some parents that live in Bulgaria to meet my husband's parents with for the first time? I would have lost it. Plus, Darcey's not really trying to compromise when Georgi tells her she looks like a straight up freaking hooker and he doesn't want to be seen with her like that in Bulgaria. And instead of Darcey being like, okay, let's pick out another outfit, she's like, let me just put this long ass coat on that really doesn't cover my cleavage. All it's gonna cover is my side boob. That's it. But still, all my titties are busting out and just cut off right above the nipples. And it looks like I'm about to breastfeed somebody at any given minute. Like, I'm really starting to think that Darcey has no clothes that are not revealing. Like, all the shoes she was showing was straight up stripper shoes. And when he called her shoes stripper shoes, I thought he was exaggerating for a moment till they did a close-up of the shoes she was bringing with her. And these were like 6-7 inch heels. I'm like, god damn, like I wouldn't even want to be traveling with that. My freaking ankles would probably feel like they're about to fall off or get twisted at any given moment walking around, especially when you're traveling. You always do a bunch of walking. But Georgi, all he wants is Darcey to put on some flats and cover up her cleavage. And he's really not asking for a lot whatsoever. Like, just wear a nice little jumpsuit or a nice dress that doesn't have your ass hanging out. But that seems like almost next to impossible when it comes to asking Darcey. This is your opportunity, Darcey. You only get one opportunity to make a good first impression with her husband's parents. So I would be trying to cover up as much as possible, because you should want the parents to meet you and want to get to know you as a person and not just focus on your titties hanging out the whole time. Especially his dad. Like, he's gonna probably be hella distracted if she shows up in the outfit she was trying to show Georgi. And here's the thing, I really wish that Darcey would just chill out on all the freaking face filler. Like, I know for some people when you get older it's kind of needed. Like, I know, like Barbara, the lady who's on Shark Tank, she gets filler in her ears because I guess when you get older your ears start to sag and it makes her ears look a lot younger. And you know, I'm not against that or a little filler here and there, but some people are starting to turn to filler to become snatched instead of plastic surgery. And like every few months they're going and seeing their, whoever does their filler, you know, their med spa or whatever, and they go and get something done like in their cheeks or in their jaw to become more snatched. And the thing is, if you do it too much for too many years, it will eventually start giving you a boxy look to your face. And that's exactly how Darcey's starting to look. And I was looking at her older pictures before she had as much plastic surgery done when she first came on the show, and she didn't have that boxy look to her face. And even Stacy's starting to get like that, and you can tell it's because they're overdoing it on the filler. And now she's got Georgi doing all this filler to his face. They went to New York City just last week to go see like this lady that's known for like the red carpet beauty experience, and I guess you show up and she gives you this deal, and in this deal you get Botox, you get filler, and you get your lips done. Darcey got all that done. She went overboard on the lips. Even the lady was trying to talk her down and doing less on her lips, but Darcey refused to listen, and she's like, look, I recommend against it, but I still want to give my client what she wants at the end of the day. And Georgi got the exact same treatment that Darcey did. And I'm like, okay, why does he need to touch his lips now? And he got some filler done, like I think in his cheeks and on his jaw to become more snatched. And I just really hope he doesn't start getting that boxy look and, you know, overdoing it like Darcey has done, because his face is perfectly fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with getting maintenance like Botox and all that, but I just hope he just doesn't go overboard with it. And you know what? I have a hard time believing that Darcey didn't know about his promotion, because she literally follows the job that he works at, which I follow the Instagram page too. And they literally announced his promotion on this Instagram page, and she liked the post and everything. So I'm like, okay, I feel like her pretending she didn't know he got a promotion is just for a storyline, you know, just to have an issue with something, because they really don't have any much other issues going on. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.